You are watching the Garden Corner Show. And as you know, we are crazy passionate about everything gardening. I am J-Dog, John Karstboom. I'm out here with Mr. Dave, and it is just rain all over the place. Raining like crazy, so it feels like I'm shouting. And I hope I'm not shouting in your ear. But this is the longest time we've had a long spell of just straight rain. And you were not up, Mr. Dave, listening to the rain last night, were you? He said no. And very unusual for you, too, because normally you are up till all odd hours of the night, right? Yep. Normally. Anyway, I can't hear him. I'm hoping I can hear you, or you can hear me. Quick shout out to our newest fans. One of my favorite things to do is to Sandy Bump. Hi, Sandy. To Myra Saucedo, Greg Barron, Amanda Elbert. Hi, Amanda. How are you? I hope everything is going well over there in Central Point, Oregon. And question for you is, who cleans up the rhinos over there? Ask your dad. To Rhonda Smoot in Cocoa, Florida. Rhonda, I know you're wanting to come over to the Pacific Northwest. Come on over. It's great. As long as you can handle some rain. And to Deborah Street and Cindy Zosel. Cindy, love that pic of you. By the way, so welcome. I hope, as always, that this show brings something valuable to you, because that's the name of the game. Anyway, we were talking about some garden ideas, and I wanted to kind of switch gears a little bit and give you, because right now some folks are planning your production gardening, your lettuces and tomatoes and cantaloupe and watermelon and radishes and squash and carrots. And I want to give you some ideas if you're just beginning to do something like that, and maybe some ways that you can plan. We'll really get into it, especially we have a seminar coming up in not this weekend but next weekend, but just some easy ideas, because it need not have to be that complicated. So now, if you wanted to start a really quick above ground garden, let me show you this critter right here. This is by a small company out in Boise, Idaho. She sews these guys together, and it makes for an already raised bed. If you need not have to put any lumber down, what it does is comes in these really neat rolls. As you can see, it's called a great sack, and all different size. All different size. We are discussing it. I'm sorry. Whether you call it a sack or you call it a bag, let me know. So you say, give me a bag, or do you have a sack? Is that an East Coast, West Coast term? Mr. Dave and I do not know. So if you know, let me know, will you? Anyway, Great Sacks is out in Boise, Idaho. So now this does not have a bottom to it. So, but you need not have to. Mr. Dave, you're smiling at me. You're making me lose my concentration, but I refuse. I'm going to stay on task. We're professionals here, he's saying. So anyway, a nice, easy raised bed. You can fill it with soil. Don't ever forget your biotone. Plant your lettuces in your garden. We'll get into that later, but just an option if you want it ready to use. After the season, roll it back up and put it away. Makes for a neat little easy to store container. But let me show you another one, because it also comes in a 9-gallon bag like this. So a nice easy way too that you can plant your containers, plant your above ground gardening. Above ground garden. Let me show you real quick by putting some soil into it. And what I am going to do here is put down just the bottom of soil and put a little bit of biotone down. And that biotone always makes me You know what it smells like? It smells. What does it smell like to you, Mr. Dave?
I know what you're gonna say.
What?
You're gonna say it smells like bones.
Yeah, it smells like bones. But tell me what it smells like to you.
Manure.
Manure? Really? No.
No.
No,
It smells.
It smells organic?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it smells like bones to me. I'm going to plant potatoes. So now potatoes, by the way, if you ever haven't planted potatoes, this is a seed potato. And on a seed potato, why it's called a seed potato is because it already has these eyes that will grow into a potato plant. Some folks will split this and then let them sit overnight or a few days and let them callus over. And then you have two seed potatoes and plant those. Since this is a fairly small seed potato, I'm going to go ahead and plant those right in. So I just put down 3 inches or 4 inches of soil. I'm going to set it right in there. These guys I'm setting in whole just because it is a nice small seed potatoes. Again, very easy to do. I've done 2, 4, 6 of those. If we want a lucky 7 just to throw in there, we can do that. Are you a superstitious number 7? Lucky's a number? No, he's not. So, other than sports, he says. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it a little bit some more. Cover it a little bit more. Now, the thing with potatoes, by the way, is the thing with potatoes is you never want to plant them too deep. And you always want to cover them with a nice loose soil. They don't tend to have a lot of pushing up power. So you make it easy for them to sprout up and push out. Now you'll let them grow for a little bit and then they'll have leaves on them. And you'll cover those leaves. Everywhere there's a node, that's where you get your next potato. So they'll grow up. You cover them. They'll grow up some more. You'll cover them until you reach the top of the great sack, and then you just let it grow after that. When that starts to die, generally your potatoes are ready to go. You can sneak a hole in there and get your hand in there, or you can dump it out and harvest all your potatoes. KT was telling me that her mom, I believe it was her mom if I was listening right, used to do that in a old laundry basket and lined it with newspaper and then put the soil in, the potatoes, and then added more soil this season. That way she can just dump it out. And you can also move it anywhere you like too, because potato plants can kind of get nice and big and leafy. So anyway, I hope that helps. That's the big idea for today. So if you didn't find that useful, we've got some work to do then. Here's the quote for the day. Here's the quote. Chance favors those in motion. Thank you very much, James Austin. That's the show for the day. Always live your passion.
See me right out of the sunset on the color TV screen.